Channel 8 brings you an audio and visual excursion of small businesses of the Virgin Islands. It's time for shopping around.
Do you have diabetes, high blood pressure, need to lose weight naturally? Good Health Store in the United Shopping Plaza can help. Good Health Store has quality natural foods and drinks, cosmetics, Loma Linda products, Joe Wilder products, and much, much more. Good Health Store, United Shopping Plaza, telephone 85565.
Does your child need help with schoolwork? Let World Book Encyclopedia, the best choice of professionals, make answers easy. Yes, World Book Encyclopedia is the best. Call now for a special sale. 778-5565 or 778-9867. Stapleton & Thomas Auto Repair in St. Thomas is your one-stop for all your car problems. Let Stapleton & Thomas repair your engine, starting motors, alternators, water pumps, electrical wiring, transmission, or even a general overhaul. Call Stapleton & Thomas at 774-8885 and ask the question.
Lily invites you to come inside for hand-carved wooden crafts, paintings, straw hats, baskets, and handbags. Small items and large items, all handmade. That's Lily's Handcrafts, 5 Strand Street in Frederickstead, open 9 to 5, 7 days a week.
WSVI TV, Channel 8. Broadcasting from the Sunny Isle Shopping Center in Christian.
We've millions of unemployed and beggars you can't avoid. It's pitiful, dear, but we're all right. As much as we love L.A., it's certain to crack one day. It's serious, dear, but we're all right. You'll find in the long run it's rich that endures. We're upping our income, so why don't you up yours? Our broker, who's 43, dropped dead in the A&P. But what's that got to do with me or you? Martini time, dear. Yes, we're all right. Cheers.
If you were gonna cook up some burgers tonight, you'd wanna broil them on a grill, make them taste just right. You put them on a fire, a real hot flame. You wouldn't fry them in a pan, wouldn't taste the same. You'd make them come out juicy if you did them yourself. It's got to be just as good, you want it just as good when you leave it to somebody else. And that's why we do it like you do it, when we do it like we do it at Burger King. We do it like you would do it, when we do it like we do it at Burger King. We do it like you do it, when we do it like we do it at Burger King. We do it like you would do it, when we do it like we do it. The only way to do it, we do it like we do it at Burger King.
How many fingers?
Definitely 2, maybe 6.
Your eyes are still blurred.
No, I am fine.
You do that? I came over here to help, so let me help.
Merci, Peggy.
You shouldn't do anything until those eye drops wear off.
That is what the doctors say, and I pay him plenty to say it.
Don't the Thorns pay your doctor bill?
They do not pay for nothing. If they would pay, I would get sick.
Oh, Peggy, paying us a little visit? You know our doors are always open to you. Toinette, coffee and croissant, s'il vous plaît.
Wait.
Oh, good morning, Peggy. Just coffee for me, s'il vous plaît.
Peggy, as long as you're here, we were wondering if perhaps you could do us a little favor.
Does it have anything to do with my boss?
As a matter of fact, it does. Now, I'm sure Mrs. Hamilton has her reasons for staying out of the public eye.
You're right about that.
But that doesn't mean she can't help those who are in the public eye.
Someone like yourself.
Why, yes. What a lovely thought. You see, I do so want to join the Betsy Ross Society. It's a club that does such wonderful work.
What is that?
That is your cook. No, that is a baked potato. That club is nothing but a bunch of rich ladies sitting around sipping tea and showing off their jewelry.
You know the club.
Oh, Mrs. Hamilton was active in it years ago, but she's not interested anymore.
Well, that's all right. Once a member, always a member. And in order for me to become a member, I need a letter of recommendation. So if Mrs. Hamilton could just sign this letter...
Forget it.
It would mean so much to me and Sloan and the children. Please.
It's still no, even if she signed that letter. You still couldn't get in. You have to be related to one of the founding women of the society.
Well, Emily Beekman isn't related.
Maybe she is by marriage.
Marriage. I suppose adoption's out of the question.
Way out.
Tough luck. Now, Peggy, one of my clients is writing a book.
Not about Mrs. Hamilton, I hope.
No, about high society in the 40s. This is a questionnaire for Mrs. Hamilton to fill out. Perhaps she has something to contribute.
First, I'd like to ask you something. Do you pay Toinette's medical expenses? Toinette, do you want help? No.
Toinette, careful, s'il vous plaît.
What have medical expenses got to do with anything?
Mrs. Hamilton pays medical expenses for all her employees.
Well, that's different. You're all Americans. Besides, Mrs. Hamilton is the second richest woman in America.
I think you should pay Toinette's medical expenses.
No, I don't see why we...
Because if you don't, I won't give Mrs. Hamilton any more of your messages.
Of course. We'll pay.
You're a prince.
Bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded.
Home run. Hello, Thorn residents. No, this is Cricket, the mother's helper. Me, I'm 22. 5 feet 6.5. Brown. Blue. That's none of your business. Who is this? Oh, I should have known. Hold on. Guys, it's Uncle Marshall. Uncle Marshall!
I thought it was in Alaska.
Hey, Uncle Marshall, where are you? Why didn't he bring me?
Children, get off the line and let me talk to my Uncle Marshall.
I answered first.
All off. Uncle Marshall, what a pleasant surprise. No problem at all. There's plenty of room. Sloane's mother's in Florida.
No. Hotel.
Yes, you can stay in the guest room. See you soon. Bye. Uncle Marshall. He's just come from Kuala Lumpur. He's stopping here on his way to Reykjavik.
Ah, yes. Your wandering Uncle Marshall, a man whose only purposes in life are getting married and divorced as often as possible and separating me from my money.
That's not true. He's a millionaire.
And I'm a major contributor to his millions. But I'll ban him from this house again if he walks in here divorced and broke.
You're just jealous of him.
Well, this is ridiculous. What on earth would I be jealous about?
The children adore him. Women adore him. He leads a terribly fulfilled, wonderfully exciting life.
Yes, thanks to a major contribution from the Sloan Thorn Foundation. I don't want him staying more than one day.
Oh, Sloan.
And this time, there'll be no pig roast on the patio. Period. What's all this?
Gifts from Uncle Marshall.
Oh, where is our favorite relative?
Upstairs with Mom.
Isn't this great?
Don't feel that. Something large might show up that wants to mate.
Hey, check out this grass skirt, huh? Uncle Marshall gave me a real spear from Africa.
Oh, good. I say a boy is never too young to have a lethal weapon.
And he said he took us all for riding his helicopter, like the one he used in Tasmania.
There's adventure everywhere. You just have to get out there and grab it. Well, how long do I have to stand here before I get mobbed?
Oh, come on,
Oh, Sloan, we had such fun today.
Oh, good to hear.
But sadly, Uncle Marshall couldn't recall one relative, even distant, who could be traced back to the founders of the Betsy Ross Society.
Uncle Marshall, could you take me to Africa?
You've never been to Africa?
No, me neither.
Me neither. Well, you poor, underprivileged children, of course I'll take you.
All right.
Sloan, you've never taken your children to Africa.
And I won't until they clean up their rooms.
Well, what's always standing about? Everybody upstairs for magic tricks. And then we have a date with Paka Paka Paka. Well, Sloansy, How's the public relations business? Foisting any good new schemes on the unsuspecting masses?
Careful, Marshal. I can invoke the ban at any moment. What's pucka pucka pucka?
Uncle Marshall's taking the children up in a helicopter.
Oh, how much is it costing me?
If you want to be happy, Sloansy, you gotta stop thinking about your money.
I'll stop thinking about my money the minute you stop thinking about my money.
Iced tea in the sunroom, s'il vous plaît.
Yes, Mrs. Thorns.
Toinette?
No, Peggy. I'm helping out. Toinette's eyes are still out of order.
Oh.
It's been a record year for the plumbing business, Sloansy. I sold 30,000 miles of sewer pipe to Burma. Sinks to the Far East, tubs to the Near East. Marshall Finch is giving the world hot and cold running everything.
You're broke again, aren't you?
Oh, Sloansy. If I sometimes run out of pocket money, that's just because I'm moving faster than the speed of cash.
You're divorced again, aren't you?
Well, can I help it if women find me irresistible and insist on marrying me on the spot?
Marshall, one of the things I've learned about being married to... One of the things I've learned about being married to...
What is the matter with you?
My eyes, the drops.
Oh, you poor thing. Let me help you.
Merci.
Oh, yeah, your eyes are all dilated. And what lovely eyes they are, too.
Toinette, I told you to rest. Now come along. I'll take care of everything.
Thank you, Peggy.
So, Uncle Marshall, are you married or aren't you?
I'm glad you asked me that.
Oh, no. Poor Uncle Marshall. What happened this time?
I don't know. She was gone before I could find out.
Oh.
She didn't even leave a note.
Uncle Marshall, we're waiting.
My public calls. Coming, kidlets. Be prepared for some astounding feats of prestidigitation.
Divorced again? That's the third time.
Well, Uncle Marshall just adores women. And women adore him for a while. Mother always called him a romantic fool.
Well, she was half right. Now, there's somebody he should have married.
Who?
Mrs. Hamilton, 40 years ago.
You have a picture of Mrs. Hamilton?
It's the only one research could find.
Which one is she?
There, behind the flowers.
Oh, she was very attractive in her day. Is that her wedding?
Not unless she was marrying a horse. It's the winner's circle at the Hamilton Stakes race.
Can I have $20?
What do you need $20 for?
Uncle Marshall wants to show me a magic trick.
Well, what's the matter with $1?
He says it's not as good a trick.
Yeah, I'll bet it isn't.
Just give it to him, Sloan.
Oh, sure. 20 here, 1,000 there.
Could Uncle Marshall come and live here like Grandma lives here?
Well, what a sweet idea.
Ginger. Edmund, where did you get that idea?
From Uncle Marshall.
Edmund, tell Uncle Marshall Daddy would like to see him.
Are you going to ban him?
Just tell him to come down.
Okay.
Magic act. Let's see how much it'll cost me to get him to disappear.
Look at this picture. What does that look like?
I don't know. Seabiscuit?
No.
Well, I don't know anything about horses.
This, Mrs. Hamilton. Who does she look like?
Mrs. Hamilton.
No, someone you know.
It couldn't be, could it? You don't think...
Yes.
Peggy?
Peggy.
Oh, it can't be.
Fill in the nose behind the flowers and the hair behind the horse.
Peggy?
I'm sure of it.
Of course. It all makes sense. Mrs. Hamilton is Peggy, the maid.
That maid is the second richest woman in America.
And she's working in our kitchen right now.
That's why we can never meet Mrs. Hamilton. That's why she's always sending messages to Mrs. Hamilton.
That's why Mrs. Hamilton is always someplace else.
Let's go tell her we know.
No.
Why not?
Oh, I don't know. She has to tell us.
Well, why?
Well, there's no telling how she might react. I mean, maybe she really thinks she is the maid. Maybe she waits on herself. Maybe she dresses up as one or both at the same time. Who knows? She's obviously a woman very out of touch. What she needs is someone who's as much out of touch as she is.
Sloansy?
Uncle Marshall.
Uncle Marshall.
Thanks for coming down.
Suits, no knows everybody has a style of their own. So the next time you're out to say something about yourself, remember this. And so does the great taste of certs with Retsin.
Headache, pressure, and congestion, all together major symptoms of sinus complex. You need to feel better, but not drowsy. You need Sinutab 2 no drowsiness formula, so you feel altogether better and awake.
Get your spaghetti ready. Get ready for Ragu Thick and Hearty Spaghetti Sauce. Our thickest, heartiest sauce ever. Now your spaghetti's ready. Ragu Thick and Hearty.
A waxy stick for chapped lips, wax is for candles. Vaseline Lip Therapy is for lips.
Because it covers more completely, it not only heals, it helps prevent chapping. Vaseline Lip Therapy, original, and for more serious lip problems, new medicated.
Supercarrier premieres Sunday.
Go on, Sloan. You were saying?
Uncle Marshall, we want to help you.
I was told you were going to invoke the ban.
Ban? What ban?
I distinctly remember being banned from this house not more than 2 years ago.
Well, banned is a very harsh word. It's true, I didn't let you come inside, but if you thought I was banning you, then I apologize.
Uncle Marshall, are you sure you're not currently married to anyone?
Of course I'm sure.
You're not engaged to anyone?
No. I'm free as a bird. As a matter of fact, I've decided to mend my ways. I'm going to sell off all my assets and retreat to a small monastery in the foothills of the Andes.
Before you do, I'd like to make you aware of something.
Something of which we have only become aware.
Right now, in our kitchen, is the widow, Mrs. Hamilton.
The second richest woman in America.
What's she doing in your kitchen?
The dishes.
She's pretending to be the maid.
Or maybe she really thinks she is the maid.
We can't be sure.
This is a little hard to follow.
Why, you ask, would the second richest woman in America pretend to be, or really think she is, a maid?
No, why?
We don't know. Perhaps to protect herself from those who would take advantage of her.
She's a widow.
Yes, I heard that part.
Or maybe she's just a little, you know.
Is this a joke?
No.
The second richest woman in America?
Go into the kitchen and introduce yourself. What have you got to lose?
The worst would be she's just the maid.
I like maids.
Good. So what do you say?
I say, let's go see what's cooking in the kitchen.
Delightful man.
I told you.
Ah, there you are. I hope you're not suffering any ill effects from your fall.
No, monsieur.
You look positively charming in that maid's costume.
Merci beaucoup.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Now, please don't think me too forward, but would you care to have dinner with me tonight?
Dinner?
We, just the two of us. Some quiet place where we could get to know each other.
Why?
No, I'm all alone in the big city. You're a lovely lady. I have stories to tell. I'm sure you have stories you could tell me, too. Oh, you do have stories, don't you?
Oui, monsieur.
Well, I'd like to hear your stories.
They are all French stories, monsieur.
My favorite kind. Oh, I don't understand French, but I love the sound of it. Now, I assure you, my intentions are strictly honorable.
Et mes mains. What is going on? He asked you for a date. I know that, but why? Because he likes you. No. It is something else. What else? I smell the thorns. Why? Toilette, you're a very attractive woman. I know that, but I still smell the thorns. Toilette, you're very suspicious. I am French. We live next door to Germany. No, monsieur. I'm sorry. It is impossible.
Why?
I am the maid. You are the uncle. It is not done, monsieur.
Oh, it's all right with the Thorns.
Ah, oui?
Oui. As a matter of fact, they told me all about you.
Is that so?
Absolutely. Hello. I'm an honest man. I mean, you don't sell 50,000 bathtubs to Pakistan if you're not an honest man. So I'll be honest with you. I know who you really are.
Who am I?
Now, don't be shocked.
Okay.
I'll tell you who you are, but don't be shocked.
I won't be shocked.
You are really the widow, Mrs. Hamilton.
I'm sorry. I had an accident.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. So, you see, I'm just a simple, honest, lonely man. And I'm yours for the evening, if you'll have me.
Toinette, could I see you for a second?
About what?
The dishes.
The dishes?
Come here. You stay right there. Listen, they think I'm Mrs. Hamilton.
No. He thinks I am Mrs. Hamilton.
Because they think I am.
Oui.
Why should they think that?
Because you are Mrs. Hamilton.
What?
Because you are Mrs. Hamilton.
Why are you saying that, Toinette?
Because you are.
Stop saying that.
Okay.
You know.
But of course I know. I knew the first time I meet you.
How did you know?
Listen, you put a goat in a room with a duck and another goat. The goat, he know right away which is the goat and which is the duck. It is the same with rich people and servants. You're rich people, I'm servant.
You've known all this time, and you never told the Thorns.
Why should I? Who are they to me?
Toinette, will you do me a favor?
But of course, Peggy.
Will you go out with Uncle Marshall tonight?
Okay.
You might even have a good time.
Okay.
And I'll put a stop to them once and for all.
Okay, but,
What?
What should I wear? The red silk or the pink crepe?
Well?
Okay.
I have a date tonight with Mrs. Hamilton.
Congratulations.
Good going. Where should I take her?
Someplace elegant.
Someplace special.
Someplace expensive.
No, not too expensive. You don't want to over-impress her.
Well, Sloan, he can't look cheap.
No, of course not. Yeah, take my credit card.
You better give me a little cash in case they don't take credit cards.
Try to use one or the other.
Uncle Marshall, take her to Le Benedoir. It's the most spectacular restaurant in town.
He'll never get a table at Le Benedoir.
Well, of course he will, if he tips the maitre d'.
Sonja, you gotta spend money to make money.
Well, bring her back here for dessert.
And if it should come up, mention my membership in the Betsy Ross Society.
Right. I left my good shoes in northern Thailand.
Toinette would have to take tonight off.
You would have made a marvelous maid yourself. Very sexy, in fact.
Slow.
Come here, maid. The mistress is away.
Mr. Thorne, I'm not that kind of maid.
Of course not. I could tell from your diamond-studded feather duster. You're an heiress.
You think so, Sloan? Will I be an heiress?
Well, with your uncle and Mrs. Hamilton, who knows?
Oh, Sloan, real aristocracy in the family. We're almost there. We're really almost there, aren't we?
I feel like a kid on my own big date.
Hello.
Where's Mrs. Hamilton?
Oh, she's freshening up. How did it go? Oh, she was like putty in my hands.
Do you think she wants to see you again?
Well, I should hope so. I asked her to marry me.
What did she say?
She's thinking it over.
I'll get it. Maid's night out.
Ginger Thorne. A Betsy Ross.
Hello, lovely weather we're having.
Here she comes, the beautiful future Mrs. Marshall Finch.
Bonsoir, mesdames and messieurs.
Oh, call them Sloan and Ginger.
No.
Go on, go on.
Oh, well, Sloan and Ginger?
I've already told them I've asked you to be mine.
Well, I have to think it over. But if I say yes, Ginger will be my niece. We could borrow each other's clothes.
Excuse us, Sloan. Shall we fire her or kill her?
Mr. Thorne, may I see you privately?
Of course.
Bring your wife.
Come on. May I call you Mrs. Hamilton?
No.
But you are Mrs. Hamilton.
Mr. Thorne, it's time we had a chat. I don't like what you've been trying to do.
If I've caused you any inconvenience...
You've been a real jackass. You've been after me since day one, and I am tired of it.
Oh, well, that's not true. I never...
Oh, shut up. I want to live my life my way. You have no business trying to change that. Yes, I am the Mrs. Hamilton. Yes, I am the second richest woman in America. And there are certain benefits that come with that position.
Oh, I can imagine.
For instance, with one phone call, I can change a person's life.
Yes, so can I.
Well, that's why I'm sure that you will never breathe a word of who I am. Because if you ever did, the second richest woman in America would make you the second poorest man in America. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, I think so.
Does this mean you won't sponsor me for membership in the Betsy Ross Society?
I wouldn't sponsor you for membership in the Flat Earth Society. Come in and have your dessert.
She's more out of touch than I thought.
Praises are women.
It's those old families.
All that inbreeding.
We better play along with her.
Absolutely.
The Thorns will continue in a moment.
We're home, honey.
We missed Grandpa's birthday cake.
I know, honey, it's this fever. But the whole ride home, the children's Tylenol was hard at work. And that's the same medicine your doctor gives his own little boy.
It is?
Mm-hmm. And that's why Dad and I wouldn't trust anything else for you.
Bring fever down fast with children's Tylenol. It's the one most pediatricians give their own children. Why trust anything else?
Grandpa's cake.
Brushing with a tartar control toothpaste is good, but it's not good enough. Because the #1 dental problem isn't tartar, it's plaque. That's why there's Plaques, the incredible pre-brushing rinse that removes 300% more plaque than brushing alone.
This is a Cajun Spice Ruffles tater chip. Now, some people might think it's too hot. No, it's not too hot. It's spicy, yeah. Now it's hot, I'll guarantee.
Cajun Spice Ruffles bread potato chips.
Get this. Marijuana can mess you up. Right. We've been getting high for what? 15 years? Nothing's ever happened. Did I get into other drugs and start mugging people? Nah. Didn't do anything. In fact, I'd say I'm exactly the same as when I smoked my first joint.
Eddie, did you even look for a job today?
No, Ma.
Marijuana can make nothing happen to you, too.
Tonight, 2020 investigates helpless seniors losing control of their assets and their lives at the hands of their legal guardians. And Nancy Reagan with Barbara Walters on 2020 next.
I still can't believe she turned me down.
You wouldn't have been happy together.
She wasn't right for you.
Can I have my credit card back?
Oh, yes, of course. You're perfectly right. That restaurant was marvelous.
I'm glad you liked it. Is there any cash left?
Keep 2 or 4 or, in this case, 5.
You're sure you won't change your mind?
No, monsieur. A duck is a duck and a goat is a goat.
And Peggy, you're sure you won't change your mind?
And a thorn is a thorn.
This is Dolly Parton, and I couldn't be more excited. My show's on a new night at a new time, and it's full of new surprises. You ain't seen nothing till you've seen Dolly Dolly's Way tomorrow.
This is Pat Morita with 3 good reasons to watch O'Hara. I'm cute, I'm smart, and I've added 200 pounds of muscle. My new partner. Join us for O'Hara tomorrow.
Now stay tuned for 2020. Next.
Unfortunate, dear, but we're all right. Cheers!
I'm about to take you on the greatest adventure of your life.
Austin James has the unexplained down to a science.
The answers are here, in this room.
From the science fiction mind of Isaac Asimov.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
You're the most brilliant person I've ever met.
Parker Stevenson stars in a special preview of Prove, Monday.
An ABC News brief. Now from Washington, Ted Koppel.
Good evening. ABC News has learned that Iran has accepted a UN resolution calling for a ceasefire in the Iran-Iraq war. Banks in Panama have been closed indefinitely following a freeze of Panama's assets in the U.S. After months of violence, Israel today for the first time closed most of the West Bank to Western reporters. Next on 2020, Barbara Walters with Nancy Reagan. How the First Lady dealt with breast cancer.
WSVI TV, Channel 8. Broadcasting from the Sunny Isle Shopping Center in Christiansted and transmitting from Blue Mountain on St. Croix. Channel 8, serving the United States Virgin Islands and the Caribbean.